Well, firstly, I just want to ask you about how you found and became interested in Muay Thai.
Shall I look at you? Or?
Whatever is comfortable.
Well, I used to do taekwondo and karate when I was in Italy, and then I moved to New York, and I was looking for something, and then I found it. I was going to a gym. They told me, "Oh, you should go to the basement. There's this great class. I'm sure you would love it." And so I went to the basement, and I saw these crazy people training. It was a Muay Thai class. It was crude field nurse at that time. And I tried one class, and the next day I was all sore, and I was like, but I loved it, so I kept doing it. Since that day, I never stopped. So, yeah.
And so you were taking it for about 5 years in New York?
Yeah.
At what point did you decide that you did want to fight?
I think, I don't know, just the last 2 years I started to, the last maybe 3 years I started to think about fighting. Yeah.
And did it just seem like the natural progression, like that's the next thing you should do, or you were watching fights and you were like, I really, really want to get into it?
Yeah, I was watching other people fight. And I wanted to try myself. It was like a challenge for me to get in the ring and fight at that time. Yeah.
And then the decision to come to Thailand, was that to stay for a long time and train, or just to try it out, or just to see Thailand and you'd train while you were here?
Well, I was kind of like in a bit of a crisis in my life in New York, because I didn't really, I don't know, I was tired of my job and I wasn't achieving what I wanted, just like, working to pay the rent and everything. I don't know, it's like, the only thing that I liked to do was do Muay Thai, so I decided to go to Thailand to study with the real teachers. It was better. And then but originally I came here for like 6 weeks, no, 4 weeks. Yeah, and then I ended up staying for 6 weeks, and then I went back to New York, and I had a job as a co-check girl in a club between the other 1,000 jobs I have. But anyway, so I went back there, and I was like, I can't do this anymore. And it was winter, it was like February, it was so cold, and I remember I really wanted to go back to Thailand. Yeah. And actually, in my first trip, I went to Chiang Mai, and I met people like Sylvie and some other fighters, Sean, Kim, Ludo, like other people were there. They were living in Thailand for about 2 years and fighting, and they kind of inspired me in doing the same. So they're like, why don't you try it? First, actually, when I came to Thailand, I only wanted to study, I didn't even want to fight. And in the first time, they convinced me to have a fight, so I had my first fight in Chiang Mai. So then I went back to New York and didn't like it anymore, and I decided to come back to Thailand. I kind of left everything and, just settled in my place. But the first year, I went back and forward a bit, like I was here for 3 months and then going back to work for 1 month. And then try and make a little bit of money coming back. And then I just couldn't handle it anymore, and I used to take wedding photos to make money, and it was just like, after my second trip to Thailand, I went back to do some weddings, and it was just like the corporate world in New York and doing weddings. I was like, no, I just couldn't handle it anymore, so I decided to stop that as well. And then I had some savings, and I figured out maybe, it's cheap to live here, and I can just live with the fight money and the savings that I had. And so that's what I did. Yeah.
And how did you decide which gyms you were going to go to, and how you were going to fight and kind of construct your life out here?
Well, I went back to Chiang Mai, and then I didn't really like it anymore up there, and I was told that in the south it was better training and you could actually have more fights, especially in Phuket or Samui. There were more girls my size also Phalang to fight, and I was like, and then it was actually really hot also in Chiang Mai. So I said, well, I tried either Samui or Phuket, so I went down to Phuket and I really liked it, and I ended up staying there for a year. And then I first trained in Rawai Muay Thai, and then I was offered to train at Tiger Muay Thai for free, like they sponsored me, so I switched gym, and I spent a lot of time at Tiger Muay Thai. Actually, I really kind of liked it a lot. And I had a lot of good fights there for them. And, yeah.
And so they saw you fight and invited you? Like they invited you from having seen you?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And then how did you decide to make the switch from Tiger Muay Thai when you moved?
Well, when I was in Tiger, like kind of every month, I was coming here to train at Chuwatana at the time. And then Sasi Prabha, I tried a few gyms and Rompo Gym, Kai Samrit. And then I had a boyfriend also in Bangkok too, so that helped. But eventually it was kind of a good balance to come here and train with a gym full of fighters and only Thai people and a few Falangs and going back to Phuket, which is really nice and you can have good food. But then in the gym there's all these foreign people and a few fighters. It's like a good balance. But then I don't know, I wasn't really happy with all the fights there. It was kind of, the best fights were in Bangkok or abroad, so every time it was like a big trip. We have to go with all the Tiger Muay Thai team, fight in Bangkok, like take the bus, and you can't take the plane because you don't have any money. So I don't know, I just decided to try to come and stay in Bangkok for a while. So that's July last year I came to Bangkok.
So you're coming up on almost a full year.
Yeah, it will be a full year.
Have you had any difficulty in the gyms that you've chosen, being Farang or being a woman, or any of these things? Has it been a struggle for you at all, or do you just kind of immerse yourself in the training and not really pay attention to it?
Well, definitely, I mean, being a woman is a big difference. And then you have different, I mean, in the trainers in the gym in the south, they kind of hit on you and like make stupid comments and whatever. But overall, it's a friendly atmosphere. I mean, there's been cases of people who have been fired because they harassed sexually a Falang in the gym, but not my case, but there have been cases like that. And then versus like in the Thai gyms in Bangkok, I mean, it seems like they accept you, but for some of the boys, they don't really want to clinch with you.
Yeah.
And it's kind of a problem because, yeah, I really love to clinch. And I don't know why, just sometimes. Some of them are really nice and respectful, but some of them are not, and then they start making fun of you and you're a girl. And sometimes one time they see you all dressed up and then, they're like, oh. So it's really weird, because I want to be treated like a boy, but I'm not. So yeah, and to kind of go into their mind and understand what they're thinking is, I don't know if I can.
Yeah.